Okay, good morning. I just wanted to go through, I spent about a half hour, 45 minutes putting together the beginnings of chapter one. I didn't do any writing day one or day two. I basically did my planning. So today I actually started writing my book, and I started out day three, went into Scrivener, day three, chapter one, and I basically started just writing the story. It just came, it just flowed. And when I got down to a point where I was having another character read their manuscript, this is taking place in a writer's group that meets on a monthly basis. And as I got to the point where I was having this other character, Dolores Grave, volunteer to read her manuscript, because the previous month we had talked about the importance of making sure that your chapter one was a strong one. So everyone's assignment was to come this month with their chapter one completed. And so what I decided to do was I already had a manuscript that I had started called Aunt Dee and the Safari Railroad. Actually, it's Rail Line. Let me change this, a Safari Rail Line. And it's a chapter book that I had started a couple years ago. I had worked as an after-school instructor, and I actually had a classroom that I prepared. It was wonderful. It was at the Philadelphia Freedom School in Philadelphia, West Philadelphia, an elementary school, and it was a wonderful, wonderful experience for me. And so I started writing an Aunt Dee series. So my character in this book, The Refined Pearl, her name is Dolores Grave. So I can now call her Aunt Dee. And as she volunteers, says, I will, Dolores Graves volunteered Dolores. Her name was Martha until I came up with the idea of making her Dolores. Was a freelance writer for a local magazine for entrepreneurs. She was writing a children's chapter book for her nieces and nephews who were being homeschooled. If the book was worthy of publishing nationally, she would pursue it. But right now, her passion was getting her family to love reading as much as she. My book is called Aunt Dee and the Safari Rail Line, Dolores began. So then what I did was I went into what I call my chunks. Remember, your chunks are stories that you might have written, ideas that you might have put down. So I went into my folder where I have my chunks stored, and I copied out chapter one of Aunt Dee and the Safari Rail Line. So basically, for now, I am done for the day because I do have other work that I have to do. So now I log into the NaNo Writers Month, National Novel Writing Month.org. And here I am. That's a picture that I've put together to represent PJ Richardson. That's me with long hair. A lot of people wouldn't recognize me because my hair is so short now. So I created PJ, my alter ego. So anyway, my average day right now per day, you can go in and you can set up the number of words that you've written so far. Is 301 words over the past 3 days, even though I've only started writing today. So today I wrote 903 words. The target for the novel, now don't get crazy, but the target is a 50,000 word count. That's what they're setting. So which means the target average words per day should be 1,667 words. For me. Now this is for me, okay? So the total words I've written is 903. Let's see, words remaining 49,097. I have 28 days left. At this rate, I'll finish the book at April 16th, 2017. Now remember, I got to get this book done by the end of the month. Words per day to finish on time, 1,754. Now that sounds like a lot, but it really isn't a lot. Now I can go in and edit my count by day. And here what I did was I took the word count from the previous novel, what I wrote for Aunt Dee and the Safari Rail Line, and I plugged it into day one. So chapter 1 has 1,198 words in it. And then I added that to my 903. So it's really not that bad. I have over 2,000 words already written for my book. Okay, so basically, I'm using, as I said, Scrivener because it helps me organize my thoughts, and I'm basically chunking my novel. I have, my active chapter. I can write another chapter, say chapter 4. I can give it any type of, I can move it around. Say chapter 4 would be the 3rd month that we meet, and we're talking about another aspect of writing. I might, creatively, my mind might jump to that topic, and I don't want it to be in chapter 1, so I'll set up a separate chapter. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. I know I'm a little scattered right now because I just have so much that I'm working on right now, but I really wanted to participate in this competition. I really want to help you get through your writing. And again, don't beat yourself up. Don't look at that target word count as something that you really, really have to do. As long as your novel has a beginning, middle, and end, that's what you shoot for. Your characters should have a consistency in their behavior and their personality. The conflict that you want them to overcome, it has to be resolved by the end of the month. Just make it fun. Just make it fun and write every single day. Even if it's just a sentence or two, write every single day. Well, this is Deborah Smart, One Smart Lady, saying I will see you on the other side. Keep writing, keep dreaming, and be creative.